And Bonds hits one high. It's a dig. It is out of here. This is caught. Diggs. Sideline. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Bryant for the win. Bang. Watch out. He's got getting away from the top speed.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SGN video where it's all sim all the time. In today's video, we are bringing you the first episode of my Toronto Raptors rebuild. Yes, we the North, man. And I know you guys didn't think this was going to be coming. I haven't done a lot with 2K content this year, mostly because Madden and college football have been just blowing up for me, and you kind of just roll with what's hot. But the gameplay in 2K, despite the issues in my NBA, has been absolutely fantastic. Partnering back up with Celtic LG has been the best decision I could have made, and you know, this is going to be really fun playing this gameplay. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the team, and we're also going to go ahead and include some highlights of our first game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So as we dive into this, if you are new to the channel, man, thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything else I have to drop. Also, like this video if you like this kind of content, because this content is including the Celtic LG attention to detail roster, where they completely touch every single player's attributes, tendencies, makes the gameplay so much more lifelike and realistic. It's featuring his sim stats, it's featuring my NBA sliders put together by myself with the trade, contract, simulation sliders done by Celtic LG, and then gameplay sliders by yours truly. And this is out free to download for anybody who wants it. So this is, if you like what we're doing here, we got you covered here on the Simgamingnetwork as far as the content you need to start something like this yourself. So this is going to be new territory for me, and going into Canada, taking control of the Raptors. Let's dive into things. One of the cool things I did, and I did just drop a video on this, is I showed that you can now create yourself and bring yourself in as a coach instead of being the GM, which is what I did. So I am now the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. I think it makes more sense than being the GM. So I think that's pretty cool too. You do have the full face sculpting ability, which is kind of fun. If you're curious on how to do this, and you're not limited to head coach too, you can make yourself or other people as a head scout, your team doctor, your CFO, your assistant head coach, your anything you want. You can create that and put it in the pool and hire them. So I do have that video. It will be linked at the end of this one if you are interested in how to do that. So anyway, we are starting off as the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. And the first thing I always do, of course, is look at the team and see what I like about the team, what I don't like about the team. What I like about the team is you obviously got some young guys, Isaiah Quickly, RJ Barrett, Grady Dick, and Scotty Barnes is the guy we're going to build around. Where I didn't like the team was we don't have a lot of depth, and then Jacob Yodel is just not really the answer at the center position. Doesn't fit my play style or what we want to do with the team. And so I went out exploring trades. Now, one of the things I don't want to do is just blow up the roster and make a bunch of trades before we even played a game. However, I knew there was at least one trade I wanted to make. I didn't know who was going to be for, but I knew I wanted to trade Yodel and try to do something different at the center position. And I was scrolling around the league, and I found a target that I was very interested in due to the emergence of other players on the roster. It looked to me like DeAndre Ayton should be available from the Portland Trailblazers. They don't really need him anymore. With Klingon and Robert Williams there, he looks like he is someone who would become expendable for the Trailblazers, especially in a move maybe trying to relocate some cap. And so it didn't make sense to send Yodel straight back to them, if that's my logic. And so I cooked up a trade where a team that needs a center would be getting Yodel. And so we did a 3-team trade where I sent Yodel to the Warriors and I received DeAndre Ayton. And we're going to go ahead and show you the full trade right here. Let me scroll over to my team, the Raptors. Actually, we'll just do it right here. Well, we got the Portland Trailblazers. So this is the trade. The Raptors, myself, traded Jacob Yodel to the Warriors. I traded Bruce Brown to give him some wing depth to the Blazers, also to make the money work a little bit. I also sent him a 2026 first round pick that was originally from the Pacers, top 3 protected. The Warriors sent Kyle Anderson to the Trailblazers. They sent DeAnthony Melton to myself, the Raptors. The Warriors also included a 2027 first-round pick, top 5 protected, to the Blazers. So the Blazers got 2 future first-round picks for DeAndre Ayton as well as expiring contracts. The Blazers then traded DeAndre Ayton to the Raptors. Ryan Rupert to the Warriors is just a cap filler. And then they sent off 2026 and 2028 second-round picks to the Raptors and to the Warriors as well. So that is the trade that I made that made the most sense. Though the one thing this trade did do, other than get us a player who fits our scheme at the center position, was we lost our depth a little bit at the wing spot, because we literally swapped to Bruce Brown, who could play the 2 and the 3, for DeAnthony Melton, who plays the point guard in the 2, but we already had that in Isaiah Quickly and Davion Mitchell. So we kind of created ourselves a little bit of a logjam at guys who can play the 1 and the 2, and we're still needing those players at the 2 and 3. So that created another issue where we needed to try to just create a little depth, because I did not want to start Grady Dick. I want Grady Dick coming off the bench. And if Quickly's our starting point guard, RJ Barrett's our starting 3, Scotty Barnes is our starting 4, and DeAndre Ayton's our starting 5, then I need someone to start at the 2 position, which would have been Bruce Brown. Didn't want to start DeAnthony Melton. I felt like we would have had a really, really small backcourt if we did that. So I went exploring trades. We did have an expiring contract that we could move, and I went around looking to see who might be interested in making a little bit of a swap. And along came, if we can get to the right, well, let's go the right way, huh? There we go. Along came the Pistons. Pistons, it worked out. They had Tim Hardaway Jr. there, making a little bit of money. We were able to offer them Chris Boucher, and they actually needed a little bit of help here because of the players they've lost in free agency at the center position. So we sent them Chris Boucher. This was a trade finder find, by the way. We sent them Chris Boucher, our exception to make the money work, and then we load them up with some second round picks, and they were willing to do the deal to get us Tim Hardaway Jr. So that is how we got Tim Hardaway Jr. on our team. And those are the trades that we have made so far, and I will go through our roster right now. Actually, we're gonna go through our roster via our game plan. So right now we're starting Emmanuel Quickly. We're going to give him 25 points or 25 minutes a game. Honestly, probably need to give him a little bit more than that, especially with the money he's making. But because we have guys like Davion Mitchell and DeAnthony Melton need minutes too, I just didn't know where else to go. Tim Hardaway, he's a little bit older. We're going to give him 25. That opens up opportunities for Melton and Mitchell and Grady Dick to play the 2 a little bit. RJ Barrett, of course, we're going to put him in at the 3, give him a lot of tick, see if he can play up to that contract. Scotty Barnes, our main guy, obviously we're going to give him 35. And then DeAndre Ayton, rounding out our starting 5 at the center position, getting 30 minutes. Kelly Olynyk. A lot of teams wanted Kelly Olynyk. He is very valuable, and I realize that, and I would not move off of Kelly Olynyk. He brings a lot to the table, brings a lot to how I think our team's offense should run, and so he is going to be our 6th man. Grady Dick and Davion Mitchell, younger guys, are going to get the next set of minutes at 20 apiece. And this is kind of nice because Davion Mitchell can play the 1, the 2, Grady Dick can play the 2 and the 3, Kelly Olynyk can play the 4, the 5. So technically we could go 8 deep if we wanted to with those guys, but we are going to go 10 deep right now. and let some of our other guys get some minutes like D'Anthony Melton and Agbaji during the regular season. Of course, when we get to the playoffs, this will most likely get shortened up, but this should help keep guys fresh a little bit. The rest of our roster is Bruno Fernando, Jonathan Mogbo, Jamal Sheed, DJ Carton, and Chomchi. Garrett Temple there's a veteran presence, and Jacoby Walter, along with Jamison Battle. So that is our roster as we're going in, and I like where this is at. I have no desire to make any changes to this roster, this lineup, at least probably till for sure the trade deadline. I really can't see myself making any other splash trades unless an injury were to occur, but I really like this roster and the potential. I think we're going to let this play out and see how we do and see what we're looking like, you know, with draft picks, with draft options and salary cap options to improve this roster going into year 2. But we're going to play a lot of games on this setup, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And speaking of that, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers as our number 1, or our first game of the season, and we're going to go ahead. I played that game off camera because working on a slider update for 2K. Celtic dropped a roster update. That's been fantastic, and I'm working on a little bit of a slider update, so I played that one off stream. And so what we're going to do, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to throw like highlights of that game in here, just kind of break it down for you guys to watch and see the gameplay a little bit and see how it played out. Had a great first game, went down to the wire. And I think you guys are enjoying it. But anyway, that's it for me, guys, on episode 1. We're going to cut to the highlights. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and stay tuned for future live streams where we'll stream the games just live, and of course future episodes as well. So anyways, that's it for me. Stay tuned to the next one, y'all. Peace.